Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. Susan Winter here. I'm going to resume with some of our questions and answers, and I love the questions that you guys are writing me. This is so great. And today I have a question that I think we may have all been in this situation at some point. So this is why I'm loving it. This is from Flowerdiva 18. Flowerdiva 18, thank you so much for this. She says, Susan, not sure if you've covered this topic yet. No, I haven't. This is the first. But how do we deal with a partner's ex not having fully left their life? I'm dealing with this ex that I haven't met, but she keeps meddling in on my boyfriend's life, and he doesn't even realize it. I don't want to set ultimatums, it's me or her, but I find it a constant irritant that she's still manipulating him. Thank you, Susan. Okay. All right, Flowerdiva 18, this is a very tricky bit of business, okay? The issue is one of boundaries with your partner. And we have to do a little bit of strategy, and let's figure out the lay of the land before we say anything. If you've already said something, don't say anything for a while. Just go through these steps. First off, the reason this is difficult is it's not an action that you can really take. It is something that you are hoping to be able to show your partner so that they will provide what they are supposed to, which is a safe environment for your love to flourish. That is their boundary issue. So the first thing you have is a partner who is either unaware or habitually activated by this sense of manipulation. And when you're looking at this, no matter how kind and wonderful your partner is, I think you have to admit to some degree there might be a small percentage of them enjoying this. Enjoying this, especially if you're a new person. Meaning, it's not that they're bad, but you know, people are insecure. We're all insecure. And if you can understand that and come from that framework, you will understand why people do the messed up things that they do. But it could be that your partner kind of enjoys a little bit of discomfort that you're having. I'm not saying they're cruel or malicious, or they could be pretty well tipped to that side. But what I'm saying is, they've got two people fighting for their attention. They've got you being upset, which makes them feel good, because obviously they're loved. And they've got this person that's still kind of messing about with their life. So you have to take a look at, and be honest about it. Where does your partner stand in this, and what's their payoff? If you feel, with real analysis, that they've been doing this to destabilize you, to make you feel insecure and as a control method, you better think twice about why you're with that person, okay? Now, let's talk about the other person, the ex that will not go away. You know, I believe in playing straight, and you guys know that. But here's where you've got to look at that game board. What strategy are they using? Yeah, you have to take time and decode, because you know why? Whatever strategy they're using, it works. It works with your partner. So you have got to peel back the layers and see exactly, is it emotional manipulation? Is your partner activated because they feel guilty? Do they feel overly responsible for the course of this person's life? Does this person play the victim role? Oh, I need help, help me. And then your partner gets to feel like a good person and come in and save them. Is it something as simple as co-parenting, where you are going to be subjected to this person for as long as you're with your partner, and that ex will not let them be at peace because, one, they lost and they don't want to lose, or two, they just don't want you to have a good time. So you've got to figure out what it is that they do that works so that your ex responds and feels that they must respond. Okay, so really decode that, because until you decode that, you won't know what to do on your end. I would prefer that logical conversation would work. I'd prefer that we say, honey, you know, these boundaries are really weak with your ex, and they're coming in messing up our life. And this is disrespecting me. And I would wish that you'd be comfortable enough to say that. And I would wish that your partner would be aware and mature enough to say, yeah, you know, I have had bad boundaries, and I'm sorry about that. Oh my gosh, how can we work this out? But that's an ideal situation. That's probably not going to happen. And it's probably not going to happen for the lady that wrote me either. So what we need to do is figure out what our partner gets out of this. Is there another way that we can use that active food, that bait that they like, that keeps this dynamic going, and give it to them in another way? Do they need to feel like the hero? Is that a payoff? And if so, find a way for them to help and save you in your life. Just reroute their attention. Is the other person using emotional manipulation? Then I'm sorry to say you may have to apply some of those tactics yourself. This is if all reason and logic fail. It is almost impossible to have a triad, to have a clean relationship where you've got somebody on the outside, especially if they're intent upon ruining your good time. Remember, if they lost your mate and they're not happy about it, the best they can do is ruin your time being with them. But what I would do is turn the tables and figure out their strategy and use it to your advantage. See exactly why does your mate bite that bait and what tool are they using, and learn from them. Listen, I've had a number of clients that are with a partner with really sloppy boundaries, and there is a bit of psychological control where your partner may not be fully aware of it, but just likes feeling a little important. Okay, so another thing that you always need to think about is, why are you really there? Is the payoff that you have to pay in that relationship worth it? And you can't be judgmental. This is when you're doing this kind of work, you can't be lofty and like, oh, but I'm so pure, I would never just be here because my rent is being paid. No, be honest with yourself. You've got to. If you've chosen to stay in a situation that is ongoing chaos, where the boundaries are weak, your partner is getting off on this friction, this other person is mucking about, you better have some really good reasons why you're still there, and they better pop up into your mind so that you're disengaged from that auto reaction, okay? It's nothing to be ashamed about. I ask all my clients to really tell me, anybody that's in this situation, why are you with this partner, really? Until you know why you're there, you won't know what you're going to tolerate. So I hope this helps you. Susan Winter for SusanWinter.net. Thank you so much for writing me. These are great ideas. Please come and visit my site, SusanWinter.net. And the way I get to know you is the consultations. Now, I figure most anybody who just wanted the initial information, they're done. They're off this channel. But for those of you that are still listening, you know, I try to write all of you back. It is a big job. I've got 7 social media sites. I mean, if I can't answer people's individual problems, I can't. I'm not an advice column. I'll be more than happy to present it in this format. But if I have somebody who's trying to have me give them an answer to the next move they make in their life, and it's done on a few lines in YouTube, that's not effective. I'm not serving you. I'm not serving myself. If you're in that kind of situation, think about either enter therapy or think of booking a session with me, because your needs are far greater than can be handled in a YouTube comment, okay? Thank you so much, everyone, and I appreciate you being a part of my YouTube family.